Yo, what up, y'all? What up, y'all? How's everyone doing this afternoon? Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone got plenty of rest, plenty of sleep. This is your boy Food Junkie coming at you. Fix my damn collar. Coming at you with on my way to work. This is what I do. Talk to you. We have conversation. We talk a little bit of ish. You know what I'm saying? Laugh, joke. I try to entertain you. First off, I want to thank all of my new subscribers. I want to thank everyone who has been supporting me, who have been subscribing to me, people who have been watching the videos. Thank you so much. As you know, I'm trying to read through the comments and I try to respond. It's been taking me a little longer because I've been getting more comments lately, so that's a good thing, I guess. You know, growing a little bit more. A lot of positivity being kind. A lot of positivity is coming my way, and I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I love positivity. I love positive people. I love positive feedback. You know, constructive criticism. Don't mind that either. Keyword is constructive criticism. Yes. So today's gonna be a workday story time. Hope y'all like it. Basically, I've been thinking about, you know, just being an artist, doing stuff, you know what I'm saying, having different mediums that I create my art in, be it food, be it words, be it fabric, be it paint, sketching, things of that nature. Well, it's not. Plus, I did some sketching this morning, so, you know, that kind of got me in that whole mindset of, you know what I'm saying, really talking about myself and being an artist. Well, that sounds kind of conceited, right? Yes, I'm talking about myself, but no, I'm talking about, you know, what I do as an artist and things like that. Like I said, I'm not a very good drawer, but I can paint really well. I can sketch really well. I'm very creative as far as my ideas and things like that, and I do enough to actually get the idea or the concept that I'm thinking of down on paper, and it looks pretty good. But, you know, being a critical person of myself, I'm always trying to, you know, do better, be better, you know what I'm saying? Be the best that I can. But anyway, so my first foray into anything really, truly, to be honest with you, was fashion, actually. When I was in high school, my sister went to prom, and my younger sister, we're 1 year apart, you know, and so when she went to prom, I actually designed her prom dress. You know, it was this crushed velvet emerald green dress. It was really actually nice. I saw the picture of it the other day when I was looking through my picture. I'm like, oh wow, this is my first little design situation. Now, I didn't sew it. I just told her. Yeah, I told her. I told her what to do, what fabric to buy. You know, how I want the dress to look on her, type of thing. You know, really cute dress. Was not, mind you, my sister at that time, she's a very beautiful young lady. Well, now she's very beautiful as well. She's a woman now, but that prom, she's a very beautiful young lady, was not, but she was shy. So she didn't want to do too much. She wanted to be conservative. She wanted to be, you know, whatever. So I had to actually find a way to make it conservative, but at the same time, you know, have her stand out a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And so I did my whole thing. What I do now is basically have things conservative but yet sexy. Had a high slit in it, was not, had a low neckline. She was really pretty. And she was really pretty. The dress was really nice, looked really nice on her, was not. She had a really nice little frame. At that time she was a size, I think 5'7", something like that. Really small lady, but she's tall, so it was really, really cute. I think she's like a size 9 now. Still a beautiful young lady. Well, woman, I should say. Really, really pretty. And it was just that was my first foray into any type of artistic venture. Now, mind you, my brother, like, he is an artist as far as he can draw his ass off. Like, my brother can draw his ass off. Him and my uncle, actually. And what he would do is he would take my uncle's comic books, actually, and draw the entire comic book. I was like, man, you make me sick. I was so jealous of that. I was so jealous of his drawing skills because he actually can draw. Like, I can sketch, you know what I'm saying? But that man can draw. Like, he's my older brother, of course, by 4 years, but he can draw his ass off. Even to this day, he's very artistic in that aspect of being able to draw. And so I was jealous of that growing up about him, because it's like, damn, I wish I can do that aspect right there. If I could do anything, wish I could draw. You know, I have other talents that he doesn't have, but the point is that drawing talent is something that I wish I had. I really do, because if I did, because like he actually can illustrate. Like, I can sketch. There's a difference between sketching, drawing, and illustration. He can actually illustrate. Talent beyond the means, you know. But so that was that. So I was always jealous of him doing that. But I would always watch him draw and sketch and stuff. Y'all remember those little things that you would get in the mail, or that you would find on the back of magazines that said, "Ooh, draw this turtle," and they show you how to draw that little turtle with the little hat or whatever the little creatures were. Growing up, I couldn't even do that. But when I couldn't even do that. Then my next foray into any type of artistic thing was in school. Also, when I was in school, well, I guess this was the first one, I guess. My sister's dress was probably the second. But the first thing I was there, because I said I used to dance and act and all that stuff was not growing up, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I used to choreograph different things for school. I will, we had a something called the Afro-American pageant up in Washington, whatever, where I grew up, whatever, and I choreographed when I was in the pageant, whatever I should say, because it was for guys and girls, whatever. And when I was going for the king and prince, whatever, all that stuff, whatever, we had to do a little dance routine. And the dance routine that they had was extremely way too feminine for me to be doing. Already, what I'm saying, trying to not act crazy and do too much, whatever, but to me, it was just too feminine. It was a lot of just too feminine for me to do, or want to do, I should say. And I saw that other guys also didn't want to do it as well. So what I did, I just asked the person that was choreographing, I'm like, what can I? The fuck you doing? Who you going at? Bitch, you came over from the third lane, dumb bitch. The fuck you doing? Ugly whore. Anyway, so yeah. I just asked the choreographer can I choreograph the part for the guys? And she was like, okay, sure, no problem. Next practice was not show me what you got, so show me what you came up with, not whatever, here's the music. And basically I choreographed like the whole 3 minute, whatever, so how long the song was, routine for the guys, because as you know, even in dancing, what dancing was not modern dancing, jazz, tap, all the stuff like that, the movements are totally different for the male and the females. And I guess she only knew about helping girls dance, wherever the case may be. But she liked it so much, what I showed her, that she actually asked me, how can I help her intertwine both routines, the guys and girls. So we worked on that together, whatever. So that was like really artistic as well. She enjoyed it, and then for the next couple of years, till I graduated from school and left for school, she would have me actually come in and help choreograph the routines for the next couple of years, that was really good. That was a nice little paycheck as well, you know what I'm saying? More a little artistic thing. Jump to when I moved to Charlotte several years ago, and one of my good friends, those of you who maybe watch this that's in Charlotte, whatever, if you have heard of Charlotte Style Magazine, well, that's one of my good friends' magazines. Basically, it was she was trying to get a fashion and art scene in Charlotte started, so therefore she started an online magazine initially, and now it's in publication. Actually, its physical publication was not. It's still online. That shows you how long ago it was, because it would have been better if it would have just been online, but she knew that people actually wanted physical copies of it as well. So it became not only an online magazine, but it is also a physical magazine as well. It's called Charlotte Style, and yeah, that's my girl. But my art thing is there. I was the art director for the first photo shoot that she had, and it was with some Miss USA, Miss Universe, Miss somebody, something like that. It was somebody that was part of the pageant scene. So basically, I was the art director for that. Basically, did all of the styling for it. Scouted the location of where we wanted to shoot. Just did all the art stuff for that. Talk about the lighting, talk with the photographer, find out what is it that they can do, how I wanted the actual pictures to look for the magazine based on the conversation me and my friend had, based on how we wanted, the vibe of the first magazine to look, things like that. It was really fun. There was one concept that I had for a picture that we couldn't do, and I think it's because the person that was doing the post for the pictures wasn't very well equipped to do it. The photographer didn't have the right people, and nor did we know the right people at that time to get the concept down packed. But and the angle was kind of crazy, so we couldn't get the picture that I wanted. It would have been a really good picture though. I still think about that picture now. I mean, I have photographer friends now who actually can do it. I don't know, but yeah. So that was that, and then of course, always worked with a lot of art as well as not writing. Music for people, or I should say, help writing music for people. Then my biggest thing was the book that I self-published. It was a poetry book, of course, a book of poetry. Did that. And funny thing is that when I did it when I was going to my 10-year high school reunion, and that's when I was in the process of writing that, and they were like, how when you go to your high school reunion, some of you who have been to high school reunions before, they ask, the little questionnaire that they sent out before the actual reunion, asking, what are you doing, what's going on with you, this, that, and the third, and I wrote, that I wrote that I was in the middle of my final edits for my book that I wrote. And so when I got, to the reunion was, of course, everyone was happy to see me, I don't know why, I ain't like their ass. Not like that, but, I was kind of an asshole in school. I was. And some of you would say I'm kind of an asshole now. But I'm much nicer now than I was then. I can tell you that. But still, they were, of course, they were happy to see me, whatever. And so one of my good childhood friends asked, I heard that you're writing a book. I heard that you are doing this and the third with the book. So what is your idea of success? This was like, me, 28 years old, a little 10-year high school reunion, whatever. And my answer then, the funny thing is, it's still the same. It really is the same. My answer then was, if I could write one thing that changes the life of one person, I will be successful. That's my answer today. If I, even with my book was not, if I've written one thing or said one thing, or just in life in general, even with this YouTube channel, if I have said one thing, if I have written one thing, if I have done one thing that would change someone's life, one person's life in a positive aspect, to me, it's a success. That was my answer then, that's my answer today. It really, truly is. I'm not a very, well, let me rephrase that, because I may be a very picky person, or a person that knows what they want, or a person that seems to be very, what's the word? Demanding, I should say, and I am of myself. So I kind of push that off on other people. But reality is, I'm a very simple person. If you're truthful to me, if you're honest with me, if you show me that you have some integrity, we would get along fine. Even if we disagree on things. I have the most problem with people when they're not honest, when they're not truthful to themselves, so therefore they think it's okay to lie to me as well. And I'm not, like I said, I see people for who they are the first time. And people do change, circumstances changes. But as long as you're honest and truthful with me, we don't have no problem whatsoever. But yeah, and I was thinking today when I was doing my little sketching and stuff like that down in my little studio, I was thinking about Erykah Badu's song when she says she's an artist and she's sensitive about her shit. I just started laughing because, as artists, we really are sensitive. We really are people that think about how do we change the conversation? How do we bring beauty into the world? My mouth felt like it felt funny when I said beauty. Like beauty. But beauty into the world. And I think that, as an artist, that's something that I think about a lot. That's why I'm always trying to be introspective about, saying what's going on around me, what I'm involved in, how do I get myself, to be my best self type of thing. So I'm always trying to work on myself to make sure that I'm always trying to bring beauty and positivity and encouragement to the world. Because as an artist, that's what my goal is as an artist. My goal as an artist is to make sure that I leave this world in a better place in which I'm founded. And by saying that, art is always subjective. Art is always, something that could be controversial, could be gruesome. There's beauty in all things, it depends on how your mind works and how your spirit is set up. Anything can happen and anything can be called art, Like, I think the human body's art. I think, like I said, my designs are art. I find it very liberating to be able to look at something and see how you can transform it into something else. I find it very liberating to be able to look at fabric or look at ingredients as far as cooking and things like that and know that I can transform it into something else. This motherfucker right here. Yeah. So, yeah. And artists are also temperamental. We have fits of outbursts. Outbursts of fits, or, what I'm trying to say, moments of outbursts and fits. Mine's supposed to come when I'm driving because people are so silly to me. But yeah, I just wanted to come to you guys and tell you a little story time about, me as an artist and me what I've done as far as how I started out and how I had to think back. And that's what came to me yesterday was that I always knew I had some type of artistic ability and artistic sensibility. But it's like, when I go into my stuff, I try to pull out all the positive things that I've done and things that I do, things that I say, and help me change the conversation that I have with myself. You know what I'm saying? Especially when there's so much negativity and ugliness going on around me. Be it self-inflicted or be it something that I am thrust into, and I choose. The key word is I choose. The key phrase is I choose. I choose to dwell in it or interact with it, the negativity. I always try to go inside myself and pull out the beauty and the good things and the niceness so I can be, my best self. I don't want to live or be in or stay in the negativity and the ugliness, because it really isn't worth it, y'all. It really isn't worth it. It takes a lot of energy to be negative. It takes a lot of energy to be ugly and to be malicious and have malicious intent. It takes a lot of energy. Whew. That's why I be asking, are y'all tired yet? Because I'll be exhausted. I really do be exhausted. It really is draining for me, But yeah, let me get my mind right for this long day at work, y'all. Also, once again, I want to thank everyone who have subscribed to me recently, people who have supported me over the past several months. I thank you as well. You know, I love you guys. You know, I love the support. I love, you know, the interaction and the connections that I'm making here on YouTube. The positive ones, I'm learning from those, and the negative ones, I'm learning from those as well. You know, always stay learning. Always stay taking a lesson into the from a situation. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you're going to bound to repeat it over and over again until you get that lesson that you're meant to get from it. But anyways, you guys, it's your boy Food Junkie, and I want to thank you guys for being here with me. Thank you for spending your time with me, giving me your time. I appreciate it. I really, really do. Thank you so very much. I want to say I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for supporting and being supportive of me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. And as I always say, love yourself. Love someone else. Respect yourself. And respect someone else. Until next time, you guys, y'all have a great day. Be safe. I love you. Until next time.